I'm just getting the videos ready. Appreciate it. Hole in my chin? Give me a second. All right, I think we're done now. All right, thanks for tuning in. Got a good amount of hot topics to talk about. I don't know why. You ever wake up and you just can't talk right? Everything that comes out of your mouth is like your freaking mouth ain't connected to the brain, and the tongue ain't connected to the rest of the body. It's just like, but anyway, welcome aboard, folks. This shirt, by the way, was given to me by a subscriber. Love it, man. Love this shirt. Sometimes, I don't know, there's certain shirts I love so much I won't wear. Anyway, I want to talk about Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Okay, it's very important. I know you heard about it in the news, so I'm not going to regurgitate what I heard in the news. But I am going to go over some key points why I think she needs to be replaced quickly. I've been saying for months that there's a lot of people under investigation. A lot of people who are panicking and might be indicted and ultimately go to jail. By the way, welcome aboard. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope the audio is coming in. I do apologize for the last live stream. I don't know. It just was buffering out, man. It was just like weird. So this time I shut down the VPN and let me even shut down the antivirus. I don't even need it going while I'm... Yeah, I've turned it on silent mode, whatever that is. But there's a lot of politicians that are under the microscope, and it's very imperative that they try to delay this the next Supreme Court pick. That is going to turn the tides. So no longer will we get a 49 to 51 vote, technically speaking, almost down the middle, where, 4 vote yay and 5 vote no. That's too even. There needs to be a unanimous decision on some of these decisions that are coming out. And what am I trying to say is the Democrats are trying to suspend this appointment until possibly they're in office. Or possibly they can overthrow this president. They're going to try to delay it. And you mark my words, this is going to be just like the Kavanaugh hearings. They're just waiting to see what race and nationality this person is before they come out with the accusers from 1979. He touched me in an inappropriate way. Yeah, it was in 1979. I remember we were at a party, and it appeared as though he was drinking, and yeah, no one saw, but he took me into a dark closet where he inappropriately touched me, and I felt very threatened at the time. Yeah, 1979. Yeah, I think it was 1979. It was either 1979 or 1989. But yeah, no one saw, but the whole house was full. It was a house party. Yeah, I don't know what to say. No, I didn't report it. Sorry about that. No, I don't remember where the house was. Sorry about that. Yeah. And you're gonna see these. I'm being facetious. That's my personality. But you're gonna see this. They're just waiting to see who this person is, male, female, race, and creed, before they start coming out with the accusations. You mark my words. And they know these accusations are going to be proven false. However, that is not the goal. The goal is to delay the appointment until they can do their 9 or 10 investigations. That's the goal, is to delay it. Just remember what's going on here. Okay, let's say hello to a few people. I appreciate everybody showing up this beautiful Saturday morning. I think the wife and I are going to go and grab some Mexican food or something good. Man, with all these closures down, I can't seem to get anything that I really want to, I would love to get some good barbecue right now. Joy, let me put on my old man glasses. Enjoy apples. Thank you so much for being here. And Michael VW, thank you. I think there's another VW person that occasionally stops by. I think he's from Florida. Above and below, happy Saturday. And Josh Major, thank you. JK Pioneer. What are your thoughts on Ruth Bader Ginsburg? Yeah, well, they use the word interpret to circumvent the Constitution. Oh, well, that's my interpretation. Folks, something's either black or white. But you don't say, well, I interpreted this and totally rewrite law. I didn't agree with anything she had to say, and you have Democrats on television right now saying what a constitutional scholar she was, and she upheld the Constitution. No, like many other judges, past, present, around the country, they're rewriting law based on it's how I interpret it. So I didn't like her. At all. I mean, I didn't like her decisions. Let me just put it that way. I believe the Constitution is worded to where there doesn't have to be much interpretation. There really doesn't. The Second Amendment, there's not much interpreting that you really can do with it. It's well written out. And with the Constitution, it's pretty much well intended, what our framers intended for us to abide by. And I don't think you should interpret it. That's kind of like that word, anonymous sources in the news. Yeah, anonymous source. I'm not allowed to tell you. Yeah, that would break our trust. Yeah, I can't tell you. It's an anonymous source. I don't buy that. There's certain words they use. And all right, where was I? I get caught up a little bit. So I enjoy apples. Thank you. I've 1972 Tucson in the house. Tucson welcomes. I'm in the house too. Lewis, thank you. Luis or Lewis. John Raman, good afternoon. Happy Saturday, buddy. Thank you. James Moga, George V. By the way, if I mention your name, that's my way of saying hello. Replace her now. Absolutely. Don't wait. Get it over with. Get it done. They can come up with any kind of reason why they need to wait. We should wait. We should do it. Well, the Dems did it 10 years ago. But I don't care what somebody did when they were on watch. That's their own decision. But the president has a right to pick his own. And that's what he should do, is pick his own judge and not chance it. Because the outcome of this judge can affect us even after a Democrat wins the office. So I prefer a Republican judge in there, or a constitutional advocate is what I really wanted to say, in office now. Because even if Biden does win, it still will help us. If they wait till Biden's in, you know what they're going to pick. So now we got both a president and a judicial appointee that doesn't follow the Constitution. I'd rather have one if we're going to lose the presidency. That's what I'm trying to say. Like I said, my brain is not connected to the mouth. George V, again, thank you. Triple down memory games. What's going on, Over T? The disconnection is called a hangover. I don't drink. I rarely drink. I have about 3-4 drinks a year. Honestly, it just doesn't do it for me anymore. I used to freaking pound them down. I used to freaking, and I can party with the best. But as you get older, you're just like, it doesn't do me good. Get headaches easier. When I was in the military, shoot, man, I don't even want to talk about it. But no, I don't care for it anymore. I guess I grew out of it. I am going to drink. I think I'm going to get drunk on election evening, November 3rd, when I do my live stream. But no, we got to replace her now, obviously. Above and below, if the POTUS does not replace her, I will not vote for his re-election. Well, he's coming out right now, above and below. He's tweeting. He does not want a delay. Let me say that in another way. He's going to do it quickly, if possible, if the Senate sits behind him. I2Mess, happy Saturday, Daddy Silver Bucks 78. Silver doing good because he brought up silver. Let me take a look at the price real quick. Spot price, buddy-boo. Silver spot price still, it's close to 27 right now. It's 26.82. So, it was up yesterday, I thought. So, just sit on it. Just be thankful it's not dropping back down to the lower 20s. Be thankful that you bought at a lower price and that money has grown. That silver has grown in value. Who else is here? So Daddy Silver Bucks 78. Thank you very much. South Florida DCL. Good afternoon. Thank you very much, Florida. I love Florida. Love the fishing. I love the saltwater fishing. Well, Benzadrex. Hi, man. Did anyone see the new Veritas video? No, but I heard about it. Plan on watching it. Shepherd Prowfoot. How you been? Now's a good time as to any to remind the viewers that Epstein didn't kill himself. Okay. I kind of agree with you there. I don't have any proof of it, and that's what it is. FTRA 1987 replace her now. I agree. Did you see supposedly she said on her deathbed not to replace her until there is a new president? Sounds like a loud BS to me, of course. Yeah, that's what you're thinking just before you're about to pay for your sins. Yeah. And of course it's from no one got that on film or anything. It's from an anonymous source. Yeah, it was behind closed. I was in there, you weren't. The door was shut. Yeah, that's what she said. Yeah, when I'm thinking about dying, is just like this. Oh shit. I'm in trouble now. Time to meet the ultimate judge. And pray that he has heard every prayer of mine begging for forgiveness. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know really what would be on my final thoughts on my deathbed. But I can share this tidbit of information with you. I had a near-death experience. Near-death. A friend of mine, we'll just call him John. He's a pilot. And when was this? I think this was 2000. He didn't own his own plane. He used to rent them. You can rent Cessnas. At least you can here from Tucson International Airport. And at the time, he rented a Cessna. He took me up for a ride. He was fairly experienced pilot. We went to Vegas. I didn't know about it, but he took me to Vegas. What can you say? You're 13, whatever, 12,000 feet up in the air, whatever the altitude was. I'm not a pilot. And he looks at me and we're going to Vegas. So we get Vegas. We get there. We do our thing, blah, 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 blah. Go back to the airport and get into that rental and come back. Now, mind you, it's 1 a.m. It's a single prop right in front of us. And everything's going smoothly. You can't see squat out front. You can't see the occasional light on the ground. I'm getting to my story. The engine goes out. The engine stalls and all you hear is a beep, 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 beep. And what scared me the most, you started to see the propeller. It slowed down enough to where you start to see it very slowly. And he was messing what he called the choke and the lean. The lean, choke and lean, and adjusting it. Finally, it started back up. So I think maybe it didn't stall. It just dipped really bad on the RPMs. It started back up. And up until then, I've always felt very comfortable in an airplane. I mean, extremely comfortable. Since then, I can never relax. I mean, and what were my final thoughts? My final thoughts were exactly this. In a calm way, I said to myself, as I'm looking out, oh my God. And in this tone, I'm thinking, in this tone and in this pace, oh my God, this is how it ends. So this is it. This is how it, I've always wondered how it's going to happen. This is it. And then he got the engine up. and I was like grabbing the freaking seats for the rest of the ride back, for the rest of the flight back. And since then, when I fly, I have a problem with this hand. This hand, I don't sweat a lot. I'm not a pig. My hands don't sweat. But to this day, my left hand, my left palm sweats when I fly. I mean, it's not dripping down my arm, but it's a sweaty palm. I get really nervous when I fly now. I fly very often, but every little jolt from the wind or something, I'm a little bit nervous. I do a good job at hiding it, but since then I can't relax in a flight. It's very difficult for me. All right, so a little insight to my past. Matt Jenga. Did you see, supposedly she said on her deathbed, this is how I got off on a different subject. She was thinking about, please don't select a president until you find another judge until you find a president. MJQ, hello, thank you. Silvergram, hello. Wes, hello. Hello, Overtax, happy Saturday. I am late to the party. Thank you so much for being here, Wes. Cruiser, B97, what's the best canned meat for prepping? I heard Spam lasts a long time. So Spam is good. I would say at least eat them a yearly rotation. So if you get 10 cans, consume it in a year. They'll last a little bit longer than that, from my experience. Spam is not a bad thing to eat. Is it the best thing to eat? No, it's not. But definitely, there's multiple ways you can to eat it. So definitely, Spam ain't bad. Can your own meat. Can your own meat. I got a pressure canner. You can get a pressure canner from Ace Hardware for like $50 with everything you need. And I think $50 is overstating. You can get everything you need to pressure can your own stuff. So definitely tuna fish. I got a lot of tuna fish. Love tuna fish. It's good for you. I also got cans of chicken. Chunk chicken and chunk roast beef in cans. So you can definitely prep, stock those up on the shelves. You get them at Costco and Best Buy in big tubes of like six cans in a tube, that sort of thing. There's all sorts of things you can buy. Definitely look into some freeze-dried stuff like the Provident House and Mountain House and stuff like that. Thank you for the question. To repeat his question, what's the best canned meat for prepping? John, Big John. Hope she left a will. Yeah. $50. Scottis. So Ted Cruz said he doesn't want the position of, he doesn't want the appointee. He doesn't want to be a judge. That's what he said. I heard it about 2 weeks ago. So let's just see if he does change his mind, because he really does know the Constitution well, and he's proven he has a track record of standing up for the Constitution. And let's just see if he changes his mind, and maybe what he said 2 weeks ago is just fluff, so people would leave him alone. Trip down memory games. God bless you. God bless you, man. And that story. Yeah, it's a true story. Freaking. I thought I was going to die. And in my mind, I'm thinking very calmly. So this is how it ends. So what had happened is when we landed, you have to report that. So he had to report it. And he followed up, and they said it was a bad fuel pump. So him and the rental agency or the airport got into a little. I wasn't there. I wasn't privy to the conversation. They got into it why they rented out a plane that had a bad pump. So I didn't. Needless to say, that was the last time I went up. And he didn't do nothing wrong. He wasn't hot dogging or anything. I will admit, when we left Tucson, he was getting the plane up on its side slightly so I can look down. And even then, I had to have my arms against one side of the body and the other side of the body of the plane, internal body of the plane. But it was a trip. It really, even then, he wasn't misbehaving. This was nothing he did. Yeah, so Roan Bear in the house, he's saying you got to grill Spam. Anything grilled on an outdoor fire is good. I mean, you can cut up some Skechers shoes or Reebok shoes, some old shoelaces, throw it on a barbecue, little mopping of some barbecue sauce, and trust me, that leather's gone wonderful. I love cooking my meat on fire. Primordial Beast. Hey, over text, I have a buddy moving to Arizona. Want to get going after some mean hogs with the Henry 44. Any recommended areas? Yes. So he'll take a look at, he's going to go south of Green Valley on, I-19. And there's going to be mountain ranges on his right. Once he gets to Tubac, he can probably pull off anywhere, go west. I think the law is anything you need. If you can do any shooting, it needs to be a minimum of 1 mile away from a house or freeway. So you can pretty much pull off anywhere in Arizona and shoot as long as you're following those rules. It might be 1.5 miles or 2 miles. I don't know. I don't remember. But just pull off and maybe go 5 miles and you're covered. And in those mountains, you can shoot whatever. Now, for hogs, they call them javelina here. Javelina. I don't know if you need a license, so you'll need to work that out yourself. I believe you might need a license. A lot of people get the javelina out here and turn it into sausage or chorizo, actually. Let me rephrase that. Mexican sausage is called chorizo. So they'll use it for chorizo, the javelina. You'll have fun. Urban Lifestyle, hey, over taxes, thank you. 2A for SCOTUS, yep. 2 appointees. This is awesome. Near-death experience, yeah. It was something. It scared me, It really did. Manier Jabbar. Is that a real silver eagle behind you? If I thought my audience was stupid, I would lie to them and say yes, but it's not. I really wish it was. Look at that thing. Look at that beauty. Let me see if I can get that light out of the way. Look at that thing. Love it. It almost looks like it. This is my studio lighting, by the way. It's a lamp. I'm such a bum. If you only knew. All right, man. No, it's not real. It's actually just a poster. Actually, let me rephrase that. You have a lot of photographers that take pictures, and they'll put up their work for sale. I bought it just to support my local artiste. Trip down memory lane. Trip down memory games. I had a gun pointed at me. Actually, I had a few guns pointed at me too by the police. me and a buddy from New York came out and we went shooting. Now we took that rifle and a few others and we went into the desert where I was describing. And we were shooting, and I would say about 6 cop SUVs, police SUVs came in, guns drawn, told us to drop our weapons. At the time I had a pickup. I put it on my tailgate that was already laying down. And they basically asked what we were doing. I told them, and it was funny. At the time, we were already cleaning the brass from the ground, so they could see that we were actually cleaning up after ourselves, unlike a bunch of other losers. They put their weapons down, said, "Okay, we were a little worried because you're in a area that has a lot of illegal immigration traffic." And then I said, "Oh, okay, no, they could tell by we're talking, we're freaking not illegals, They asked to see our ID, the whole gamut. They were cool. I verified, hey, we're in enough away from traffic, the highway, the freeway, and they said there's no problem there, and they left us alone. Yeah, it's a freaky situation. I would say at the time, 6 SUVs pulled up and about 4 approached us. Two of the SUVs folks, they stayed behind. Yeah, it's been 16 years and I'm just now trying to get a gun. Okay, Trip. Please send me one that size for Christmas. Primordial Beast. Send me some Theta. We'll do a trade. But actually, I got it online. I think after everything was said and done, I think I paid $100 to receive it. I think I paid actually $89 to receive it in a tube. I then took it to the local hobby shop or something, and they framed it for me. Will I buy more cryptos when I get some money? Yes, I'm definitely going to buy more cryptos. As I mentioned earlier in many videos, Theta is going to make people rich. Digibyte is going to make people rich. Case in point. Bought most of my Theta at 13 cents. It just took a big jump. It is now 57 cents. Let's put it this way. If you have 10,000 Theta, let me do the math. You got $5,700. If you got 10,000 Theta and you bought them at a cost average of 15 cents, you spent $1,500. $1,500 turned into $5,700, and you ain't seen nothing yet. It's gonna reach $1. It's gonna reach $10. It's getting into the hundreds, and it will touch 1,000, if not completely go into the thousands like Bitcoin. Digibyte, it's also up. My cost average of getting in was 1.5 cents. I'm just rounding numbers. What is it? It's 2.5 right now as we sit. My silver, my cost average is about $14, 15. But we'll just say $15. No, let's be fair. We'll say $16 is my cost average. Silver right now is almost touching $27. Folks, let's get on with it, okay? Make some money. I'm not selling it. I'm not trying to make $1 off of you. I'm not trying to get you to give me money so I can buy it for you. No links. I want you to go and buy it independently. Get it yourself and pay off your debt and live the rest of your life happy. I will pay this house off. I will pay my 2 cars off. I will then trade my 2 cars and get a brand new Beamer paid for with cash. I will do it. I've always wanted to get the hell out of debt. It's slavery. It's slavery perfected. Slavery never ended. It was perfected. It's kind of like on television. They don't sell you products. I mean, they throw products on the screen. What they're selling is debt, because those products are too expensive to really save up for. Really, who the hell is gonna save up for a Beamer? Who can? Come on. Save up $100, an emergency here and there happens. They know you gotta, for all these nice purchases, whether it's an espresso machine, whether it's a nice freaking television, they know you're not gonna save up. They know you're gonna freaking get a Best Buy credit card or a Chase credit card or this. What they're doing is pushing the debt, enticing you to live like a rich man with a poor man's with a poor man's economy. So thank you so much, Monyer Jabber. Thank you again, Primordial Beast. Thank you again, Marte. Yeah, I think the J is silent. Chris Graffs, 101. Just bought another 20 silver eagles today at a local coin shop for $640. Now I have 65 eagles. Chris, man, you rock. Chris rocks. But it's sad, because I've been buying tubes of 20, and I was getting them for $3.90 a tube. Now they're going for $6.40. Silver's doing exactly what I've always thought it would do. Can I set up an XRP wallet? Yes, I can. C, would you email me so I can shoot you that XRP wallet? I think it's really already set up, to be honest with you, because, and correct me if I'm wrong, I'm kind of new to cryptos also. I have a Binance account, and one of the Binance options is XRP. So all I really need to do is send you the address, and it goes right in there. No, I can also send it to my ledger. Tell you what, just email me. It's in the video description, and I'd really appreciate it. That's awesome, man. Thank you so much. Theta and DGB, good calls. Hold, man, you'll do very well. Still trying for 10,000 Theta. It will be huge. Integrated into Samsung phones equals mass adoption. So not only that, you were right about the Samsung phones. It's integrated into the phones now. Little tidbit of news. It's integrated into the televisions now. Theta.tv has got their own equivalent. They're starting off. They're going to have their own equivalent to YouTube. They're starting off. It's not as polished right now, but it's already up and running. What else? Google has now made a deal with Theta. I'm telling you right now, folks. Again, look at 100% of my videos in the descriptions. There's no links to buy from me. None of that bull, can I say shit? Is any kids in the house? None of that bull crap. Theta is the next Digibyte. Theta is the next Bitcoin. Bitcoin right now is $11,000. Can you imagine buying something for 57 cents right now? And one day it's, all right, $1,000. Hold on a second. Let's just say I'm completely Looney Tunes. Let's just say I'm freaking crazy and wrong, and it only gets to $100. Are you going to beat me up when you see me on the street because you paid 57 cents for something that turned into $100? Folks, get out and just buy one Starbucks worth of freaking Theta, or dinner, a $30 dinner that you're not going to care whether you lose or not. All right, you hate cryptos. It's the sign of the devil. I get so many of those freaking emails. It's the beginning of the chip. Oh my God. Folks, just one dinner. Hold off on one nice dinner. Go out and just get that in Theta. Okay, folks? Just hold on to it. And this way, if I'm wrong, you lose it all, you're not losing your home. I'm telling you, I've already made money off it. You ask anybody in this room that has Theta right now, if they've made money off their Theta. Why am I yelling about it? I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was yelling. I'm just passionate because I really believe it's going to help you. Just like I've been preaching silver. Was I wrong about silver? Yeah, 100 people are preaching the same thing I am, but we're believers. We're passionate. And the same 100 people are telling you to go out and buy some cryptos now. How do you buy Theta? You go to set up a Theta wallet. You got to go to theta.com or whatever the website is. Set up your Theta wallet. It's free. Then you go to GoDex and you buy Theta and send it to your Theta wallet. Boom, done. Chicka-jing. Get a Honda. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. I've always dreamt. I've always been jealous of when I was kind of like poorer, a little poor. I was always envious of the people driving around those high-end Beamers. I'm going to get one of these days. A primordial beast, don't get me wrong. I think I already know what boat I'm going to get. It's going to be a contender center console. That's what I want. Center console contender boat. Look it up. Google the images. Gorgeous. Looks just phenomenal. I used to have an F-150. We the people. I've had an F-150. Did it, done it. I had a Jaguar. Did it, done it. Actually, I had 3 Jaguars. I want a Beamer now. And the F-150 I used to tow around my Rennell fishing boat, my freshwater boat. I had a Rennell 208 FNS many years ago. Seeing J-Sip never answer your questions about cryptos on the live stream or a week or so ago. Yeah, he never answers any questions, actually. And I'm not going to hold it against Jay Snip because the volume of people that are on his live streams or the volume of comments and questions he might get, it probably can't answer any questions. He's probably just given up. So I'm not going to hold it against him. I would really love, though, if anybody knows Jay Snip, I would really love just to have a 10, 15-minute buddy conversation with the guy. I've been watching him for many years now. Actually, many years. I would say since 2004 or 5. And I think I'm one of his longer subscribers. And I've been watching him and really wouldn't mind chatting with the guy. I used to live in his neck of the woods. I used to live across the bridge, the Howard Franklin Bridge in Largo, St. Petersburg. And never really got to meet the guy. So if anybody knows Jay Snip, would love to just have a friendly chat, man. Just talk to the guy. Does anyone have 1,000 ounces of silver like me? I think people do. 1,000 ounces is a lot of people do. But I'll tell you what, for the folks who are just stacking, don't worry about this guy right here. He's been doing it a little while, and if you got 50 ounces or that one that just said he has 60 ounces, 65 ounces, you're doing good also. I'll just keep buying gold and silver. That's okay. That's okay. And I respect those people. They just don't want to get into cryptos. Well, it's all digital. You can't hold it. I hate to break the news to you. That debit card, it's all digital now. We've already gone into the all digital thing. Okay? I rarely have cash in my pocket or in my wallet. It's digital. You go to the bank, you give them a card to deposit your cash. It just digits on the screen now, folks. That's what money is now, and it's been like that for many years. Okay? Your fiat cash, your coins have no value to them. They're not made of silver or gold or anything. They're not backed by precious metals. It's just digital, no different than cryptocurrencies. What makes the dollar better than cryptocurrencies? Just a quick question. If I've already said they're both digital, right? Then what makes the dollar? It's confidence. If nobody had confidence, the dollar would crap out. It's all it is. What makes a currency successful is the confidence behind it, especially when there's no precious metals backing it. It's a piece of flipping paper. Maybe weaved in some cloth into the paper, whatever, however they make a dollar bill now. It's worthless. I want one day. You know what's a dream to me? Would be so sweet. Every now and then I get an email or a comment here. Hey, thanks to you, I started stacking. Hey, I bought a lot of my silver at $13 when you started making videos over tax. And I'm so glad I listened to you over tax, because now I have 300, 400, 800 ounces silver, and now it's worth $26, $27. I'm so glad. One day I would love the videos, the comments and the emails telling me this. Overtax, I'm so glad I listened to you about cryptocurrencies. I just paid off my house and my car, and I just retired. I cannot wait to get those videos. What am I saying? Getting those emails. Again, I told you my mouth is disconnected from my brain today. I cannot wait to get those emails. Tell me, hey, I just retired. I'm only 45. I just retired. We got no debt. I'm freaking living in a freaking cabin in the mountains, my dreams, or whatever your dreams are. I cannot wait. And they're going to come. And I am going to post those videos and do like this. Nah, 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 nah. Alrighty. Enough of the goofiness. All right, so triple down memory games. I want the F-150, man, was one of my best vehicles. And the Raptor version of it. No doubt about it, the Raptor version. It was a great vehicle, but I had it. It's kind of like I want something new, different. Okay. Christopher Graffs, yeah, the tubes were 380. I will buy a Tesla, yep. Cybertruck with my crypto gains, yep. Bulletproof steel truck that does 0 to 60. I know what you're talking about. The Tesla truck that's going to be coming out. I think it's a little ugly right now, but I also know it's going to be their first model. They'll work on the ugliness of the vehicle. Kind of has that stealth look. All the angles, very sharp angles, like the stealth jet fighters and whatnot. Where do you buy Theta? It's at Godex, GODEX.io. Again, you'll need to set up a Theta wallet first. Theta at the Theta website. Bitcoin is trash. My prediction is it will go up before it goes back down, but then it'll collapse. It's slow, expensive. Okay. It hasn't crashed right now, and it went up almost. It's all closing in on $1,000 in just 1 week. So if you were to catch out now, who else? Doug Masta in the house. Thank you. Mark the Narc. Thank you for being here. Chrysler GM owns BMW now. I didn't know that. Might have to get an Audi. Always wanted like a nice luxury car is what I really wanted. I'm getting that age, man. I just want a nice luxury car. Audi SUV or BMW sedan is kind of where I'm leaning right now. And a boat. Okay, might have to trade in my Tacoma. All right, like Hawk Demon. And someone else said that VeChain is a good crypto. And so again, I got to tell folks, I'm new to cryptos. Can't take my advice. I'm hearing from other sources that VeChain is a fairly respectable one. But if you're going to pick one or two, they're saying Theta and Digibyte. Theta and Digibyte. Let me say it a different way. Digibyte and Theta. Go to Crypto Crazy for Cryptos. A lot of people saying, you're going to pick 5, that's okay. But if you can only pick 2, Theta and Digibyte. Digibyte and Theta. Yeah, so a lot of people like VeChain. Again, my funds are limited, so I'm just scoping out the two that I can really afford. Matter of fact, I pretty much sold off on everything just to get more Theta. Okay, Daddy Silverbuck 78. I have been watching you for years, my brother. Been stacking for 7 years. So, how many people? That's kind of like a big reward. At the end of your life, you get to say, "I've affected a few people in my life. I've affected some people in a good way." That's freaking awesome. That's freaking awesome. And that person, Daddy Silverbuck 78, will hopefully tell somebody else about silver and affect their lives in a positive way. Now you sound like Snippy. Sorry, Nun, but a lot of what he says is true. Now that whole ESP thing, Nun, I don't know about that, But when it comes to cryptos, he's not the only person I'm listening to. It is what it is. It truly is, Nun, my friend. Little Red Pony just got home from getting 2 more eagles and 2 more silver $50. Yeah. Yeah. So I never tell people what my full stack is. I never do. And I won't, because this channel's not a pissing contest. But every now and then I forget how many I have after I've accumulated some, and I'll pull out everything and count. I'm 10 away from my goal. 10 freaking silver eagles away from my goal. And I recommend that. Leave them in the safe. Forget it. When you buy some, throw it in the safe. Don't even look at where the freaking silver is landing inside the safe. Metaphorically. Just put it in there and don't even look. And like 2-3 years go by, you pull it all out and count. It's going to blow your freaking mind. It really will. Even if you're only buying 1 or 2 at a time. Every other month. It's going to blow your mind. It really will. I was just surprised how close I got to my goal. So, Little Red Pony, congratulations on your silver purchase. Lighthawk Demon, now that you saw them, what do you think of the reverse designs for the Silver Eagles? Okay, so Lighthawk, I'm a very blunt guy. And you asked me, I don't think they're as nice as the original Silver Eagle. I'm sorry to say that. They're not as nice. Wait, hold on a second. No, stop. I reread you're talking about the reverse design or the new design. The reverse design, yeah, it looks just as good as that. My bad. I was thinking of the new design that they're coming out with the Eagle. Don't like them. The reverse design, love them. But who can afford freaking silver at that price? They're freaking expensive. The reverse proof, I think you're calling them. I can't afford that. I'm not going to buy that. But yeah, they're gorgeous. The reverse, I'm looking over at the comments section. Reverse design, yeah, my bad. Those are nice. But the new design, I don't like them. That they're going to come out with. Thank you so much again for the question. When did they release the new design? I don't think they released the new design, but the reverse proof, I think they call it, the reverse. I think that was released, about maybe at the beginning of the year, give or take. Remember, there's a big deal about it. They were going like on eBay for like hundreds of dollars. Like, oh, hell no. Whole new crypto space will explode soon once it becomes more mainstream. As long as it has a use case, you'll see profits. Exactly. And that argument is good with silver. So silver, it just started exploding, let's be honest, right around January, beginning of February, when the word COVID came out. That's about when it really jumped. Remember, it took off from 15-ish, 16-ish, and it jumped to 22 overnight. All right, 2 nights, give or take. $22. Boom. Like, what the hell happened? Then it just shot up from there. More and more people are starting to stack silver. And as any commodity, the more and more demand for it, the more it's going to drive the price up. More people want silver, more people want gold, the price goes up, folks. And that argument can be had for cryptos. As soon as it gets mainstream, and it will, the price is going to even go higher. Thank you so much. They're highly suggested, just not yet. Mary Beth in the house, thank you for so much. Where did you say to go for? I'm going to write this down. Well, no, it's going to make me sign in. Godex, GODEX.io. You go and buy it there. Providing that you have cryptos, you go and buy it there. Because you're going to probably have to send in some cryptos and trade it for the Theta. You got me? Then it sends the Theta wherever you want to send it to, which would be a Theta wallet. So you got to go first. You have to have some cryptos already. Godex might accept cash, but I'm apprehensive about putting my credit card number in anything. Get a Theta wallet. Already has some cryptos somewhere. Send the cryptos to Godex. Godex then sends you the Theta to wherever you want it to go to. It's quite easy. And the beauty about it is you don't need to sign up for Godex. That's what I love about it. Raw Marts, thank you so much for being here. The Walking Liberty will still be the same. They're replacing the reverse image of the Helderic Eagle. Okay, I gotcha. I turned off my my VPN, and the video is a little bit better today. Definitely, the video is a lot better today. Yesterday about this time, it was stalling. It was definitely stalling. So, anyway, I'm going to call it a day. I'm going to upload a video right now. Or make a video and then upload it. I need to do some more videos, actually. There's so much to talk about right now, and as we get closer to the news, as we get closer to the president, the elections, we're going to see a lot more violence. And any day now, they're going to have some new uncovered, dug up dirt on Trump. It's going to be some video, oh yeah, I did this, or I like this, or whatever. They're going to come up with some new video or something, or somebody's going to come forward, or another book is going to be released. They're going to do it about once a week now. Is everybody still there? I'm not seeing any comments. Everybody leave, because sometimes this streaming software gives out. And I don't even know it does. The last time I did a live stream, it was out for like 10, 15 minutes. Didn't even know it was out. The screen doesn't tell me anything. Let me see something here. I'm looking at another website. Okay, so it is here. Dutch in the house. Dutch Silver in the house. Mary Beth, thank you so much. Again, so it's godex.io. So my recommended amount, people are saying if you have as little as 500, you'll still do fairly well. However, it'll probably take you about 4 or 5 years to do well on just 500 Theta. The more Theta you have, the more quicker, the more effective it's going to be for your finances. Let's face it. A good analogy would be if you had 1,000 Theta and it jumped up 50 cents, you made quite a bit of money. But if you only have 50 Theta and it jumped up 50 cents, it wasn't as effective. You made some more money, but it wasn't effective. That's why they say the more you have of something, if it goes up, the quicker you can, the more effective it is. Lighthawk Demon, those were the final picks for the design. Yeah, didn't care for the new design that they're coming out with. So Doug Masta has 2308, 2308 Theta. That's fairly decent. So what am I going to do once I reach my goal? Now I'm going backwards in my comments. My goal, once I reach my silver goal, I'm going to probably take a break and probably concentrate on a little bit of gold. Honestly, as long as I've been stacking silver, I only have maybe 3/4 of an ounce total of gold. Pathetic for a silver stacker. So I want to at least get a few ounces of gold under my belt. And maybe make a decision once I do that where I want to be. Obviously, I'll always be diversifying. Anytime I got money in the bank, I pull it out. I don't let the bank keep my money. I've only put enough money in the bank to pay a month's, 2 months worth of bills. The rest, I'm an adult. I don't need the bank to hold my money. I'm a strong guy. It's kind of like having your own car. You're going to go drop it off at the neighbor. Can you hold this for me between usages? No, we're all adults. We don't need a bank. They programmed us to keep our life effort, and that's what it is, our life's effort in a bank. That's what they program people to do so they can loan it out and make money. No, hurt the bank by buying silver and gold. Hurt the bank by taking your money out and buying your own silver and gold. So that's what I do, and that's real money. I love having gold and silver. I am a compulsive spender when it comes to adult. How do I say this? I can walk into a Best Buy or electronic shop and start looking at cameras and these toys, stereo equipment. I love high-end home audio. What do they call that? Audiophile. I love high-end audio. I love photography. And when I go into a store, it's very easy. If I have cash on me, oh shit, it's right here. Boom. Thanks. I got the greatest and latest mouse. But if I don't carry cash on me, this is the beauty of stacking silver. I know I have to drive all the way home, 40-minute drive from Best Buy. I have to open up the safe, get out the silver, 35-minute drive to my nearest coin shop. While he's checking out the coins, giving me my cash, 20, 30 minutes goes by. Because I probably have to wait in line. Then I have to run back to Best Buy to buy my ultra high-end mouse, metaphorically speaking. It's a pain in the ass is what I'm trying to say. It's a pain in the ass to blow your money when it's all saved up in silver and gold. That's pretty much what I mean. And that's the beauty of silver and gold. There's no freaking last-minute decisions to blow your money, Debit card's another freaking thing. You're driving down the road, you're hungry, you got food in the refrigerator at home. You took out the freaking meat the morning of, that's thawed out, you planned your meal, but you were out and around town doing some chores and it's like 3:30, I don't want to go home and cook, and you freaking right into a restaurant, you blow $35, $40 on dinner because you got cash or you got your debit card. Silver, you can't do that. Too much of a pain in the ass. That's why I love saving my money that way. I really do. Trip down memory games. How do I get a Theta wallet? You go to theta.com. Just type in Theta, go to their website, and it's free. Just whatever it is. It's theta.com or whatever. Somebody here probably can post the website. That a lot of Theta what? Is that in foreign language? That a lot of Theta. Moat of men was brought at 39 cents. No fear to keep buying in dollars where I think Theta is going. A lot of people will miss out on Binance Coin at these rates, the world's biggest cryptos exchanges, coins. You can bet hedge funds will be buying them up. I want to get some Theta, but at 59 cents right now, it'd be hard to accumulate a decent amount without getting a huge dent in my wallet. Wish it would temporarily lower. So I am getting some info, I am hearing through the grapevine, do not take my word for it, that towards the end of the month, this month, there's going to be a pullback. Again, please don't take my word as gospel, because I'm just hearing it from somebody else. However, that person I do respect, and they've been right more often than not. Now, how far is the pullback? It could only be 9 to 10 cents. It could be more. But hell, at 9 or 10 cents, that can help you out. So you might consider waiting towards the end of the month and see if there's a pullback and then make your first purchase on Theta. But then you also run the risk of it not pulling back. Again, I really feel strongly that it is going to pull back, but you run the risk of it not pulling back. So even at 60 cents, it's going to hurt your wallet right now, but you're just going to smile all the way to the bank, give or take another year or so. What's your predictions of gold and silver in 1 year? I think within 1 year from today, we're going to see a consistent, and that's key to the value of something. Just because something spikes up to 40 and comes back down to the 30s, you can't say it's 40. You know what I'm saying? In order for it to be valued at something, it really needs to be resting there consistently. Like silver's consistently been right around 26, 27 bucks without a significant pullback. So 1 year from now, I have no doubt we're going to see a $40 silver. No doubt a consistent level. Trump's reelected, probably a touch more. There'll probably be a touch more. If he does implement the backing, because there's been a lot of gossip about backing our currency with silver and gold again. If that happens, again, that's gossip. I can't confirm that. But if it does happen, I have no doubt silver will be much more higher than $40 an ounce. Probably closer to 70 or 80, if not more. I'm only theorizing. Great question, but I do hope the dollar does get backed. It would make many of us rich. It really would. Just on our precious metals pile, it would make many of us rich. If not rich, damn comfortable. Let's put it that way. Can I use that word instead of rich? Because rich is just millions upon millions. You don't even have to worry about money anymore. But for somebody like myself, I'd be damn comfortable. I like silver. It's cheap compared to what it will be one day. I see $75 an ounce. So, okay, somebody agrees with me. I think I'm going to have to check this Theta out fast. On Dutch silver, I'm not trying to sound like I'm pushing dope or anything. And there was another person here called Nun. And I understand what he's saying. He said, I'm starting to sound like some of the other YouTube channels. I respect that. But it doesn't stop me believing in something. It really doesn't. Just because somebody else is saying it doesn't mean, first of all, doesn't mean I'm mimicking them. I just happen to believe it as well. I've been mimicking them for silver, for crying out loud, right? Look where silver is. And you can always say, yeah, you're just copying another YouTube channel when I was preaching the silver. Yeah, I am. Yeah, it definitely was. So, yes, it is an EOTech on the rifle. It definitely is an EOTech. Yeah, so Lighthawk Demon, we can only hope that Trump wins. If Biden wins, President Harris will kill this country as we know it. So I think that's the whole plan, folks. And I respect the folks here that are Democrats. I'm not talking bad about you. But I think that's the trick. They need to get Trump is the brand, and they need a name brand to get into office. That's actually what they're relying on is his name. And once he gets in office, a few things might happen. One, he might step down due to health issues, and it will be rather quickly. You mark my words. Two, the Democrat Party will turn against him in the disguise of, he's not cognitively able to do the job. We need to get rid of him. Anything can happen, but I believe they want her as the president. And again, she will run this country into the ground. She really will. Shaving your head doesn't make you Jeremiah, babe. $50. Maynard Wellman in the house. So Maynard, I'm going to let you chat for a second. What do you think about Theta? Because I was told I sound like another channel. I'm starting to sound like other channels. I'm just curious what you think about it. I just picked a name out of the blue. No, actually, him and I have emailed back and forth a couple of times. I would get another upper from Palmetto State Armory. You should consider buying the White Dove Report. JSnip has a link. Again, Doug, I'm not quite sure about this whole woohoo ESP thing. Really. And I'm not talking bad about JSnip. I already told you. I love his channel. I respect him. Would love to sit down and have a beer with him. But come on. Am I going to risk my finances, my hard work on somebody's ESP? I can't do that. And I say that in a very respectful manner. Unless I see significant proof that somebody's truly above and beyond what I've ever seen in the past as far as ESP goes. There's a lot of people, when they say, they talk in vague terms when they do fortune cookie stuff. When they read you your fortune, it's very vague. That way, if anything kind of happens like that, we told you, that's definitely a marker. Yeah, that's a marker. Definitely a marker there, yeah. They could tell me this mouse is going to move, and it doesn't. Then one day a kid walks in here and accidentally bumps. Oh, we told you the mouse is going to move. Yeah. I'm being facetious. Right now, and I find that kind of weird. I know people need to make their money, but somebody tells me they got ESP and then they're selling the report, and it's going to make you money. Buy my report. Kind of like hold on a second. My Spider-Man senses go off. And that's all I'm saying. Pretty good reading. If somebody sent it to me, I'll read it one time. I don't want to steal something, but for the first time buying something, I don't want to buy it. I want to read it, see the quality, and then if the quality is really there, I'll then be an honorable customer. But I don't know. What does she want? $100 for the reading? Because Joe Biden will be controlled by Kamala. No, I think Joe Biden will leave office just shortly after he's voted in. If he's voted in, I really do believe that. A health issue, either he'll pass away or he'll just leave office himself voluntarily, or the news and the news will turn against him, saying, you're not cognitively there. Meaning that they've been lying to us all this time. Doug Massa, I no disrespect, but that whole woohoo thing just kind of, I don't know. Again, if I saw a copy of it first time, you want to email me a copy. I won't pass it around. I'll read it first and see if it's a product I really want to buy. Give me a free sample is what I would tell White Dove. I thought that he was talking about an EMP, electromagnetic pulse. No, I don't know. Do you think Trump will replace Ruth Bader Ginsburg's spot before the election? So, Chris Graffs, Trump has already tweeted out, I think, 2 or 3 times that his intentions are to do it as soon as possible. He actually used the words, no delay. However, you got to remember, the Senate. The whole thing is the Senate. Now, yes, it's a Republican Senate, but let's just see if they still stand behind them or if they're bought and paid for. We'll see. What happens if crypto's an EMP takes out your grid? I love this question, Lighthawk Demon. So he's saying, what happens to our cryptos, right? If the electricity goes down, your grid's down. Okay, I can see his point there. But why stock up on food? If a meteor come down and kill us all, why even try anymore? My point is, I guess, there's always a chance something bad's going to happen, right? There's a chance the ceiling fan can crash and hit me in the head. That doesn't mean we should stop trying. Yes, an EMP comes out, takes out the electrical grid. I gotcha. You're right. So I should stop trying? Let me ask you this. I can say the same argument against cash. Our cash system, the dollars you put in the bank, my friend, are not sitting there waiting for you to pick them up. They're digital. They are digital. What if an EMP came? What happens to your savings account, your checking account? It goes to zero, just like the cryptos. So why even try to survive anymore? Why even try to have a better life for your future, or save, or prep? Why? Why even own a weapon? It might jam and backfire and hurt me. I'm being facetious, and I'm not beating Lighthawk Demon up. I want to really tell the people, shit happens, and you got to keep fighting. You got to keep fighting to survive and succeed and be better. One day, you're going to be at the retirement age. You're either able to retire, or you need to retain that slavery title. You need to be a slave until you're able to, either you die. You know how many people I know that died at work? Just work until the day they die. Oh, one of these days, again, that's my point. Your savings account, good question. He says, what happens if an EMP happens? Electronic pulse, electromagnetic pulse, takes out the electrical grid. All your cryptos go away. It's a true statement, but just remember, and I think I'm just going on a little too long, but if an EMP happens, so is your checking and savings account. It truly is. It's just nothing but digits, folks. And all I'm saying is bad things can happen, but you still got to keep trying. All right? That's all. Raw Food Writer heard from a reliable source that COVID pandemic would go on for years or until they have a mass compliance with the vaccine. That's another reason why I don't want a certain president in the White House, or Joe. I don't want Joey in the White House. Did you see where he got off the plane? He turned to the right, looked down the freaking tarmac, not a soul there. I believe this pandemic was created in a lab. I've been saying that for years. I'm sorry. I just had a Joe Biden moment. This pandemic I've been preaching since January or February, that it was created in the lab. It's coming out now that there's confirmation it was created in the lab. That's not the big surprise. A lot of people, even the news media outlets, agree that, for months. But nobody's talking about this. Everything has a signature. Regardless of whether it's a spent bullet or a spent missile or even a virus, it has a signature. You can always trace it back to its origin. You can always trace it back to ground zero. For crying out loud, within just feet, blocks from the lab, there was people dying. That was ground zero. You were able to trace it back. What I'm trying to get to is a high risk that they did this. And the timing was just impeccable. Who's to say they weren't contracted? They weren't hired to create this? Oh, I just blew a few people's minds. I'm sorry. Now you got to think, who would hire them to do this? Yeah, I can understand China is a little pissed at us with the tariffs and all that crap. I can understand that. Still high risk to contaminate the entire world. There's many people that believe World Trade Center 7 and the Twin Towers came down due to shadow government activities. I won't go there. But what's to say these type of same people didn't hire and contract this job out to that lab? I'm just thinking. I have no proof of this. But the timing of this whole thing is just impeccable. And I'm hearing from other countries, they're no longer even concerned about it anymore. They're no longer even wearing the mask. Some countries. No longer do they gauge this coronavirus by the number of deaths or hospital capacity levels. No. Now it's just cases. Cases. In a case, let's just metaphorically talk criminal cases. Sometimes the cases, they turn out to be innocent. Sometimes they're guilty. But it's a case. And that's what they're doing with the coronavirus cases. Some of them, they don't have it. Some of them, they do. They're not telling the people that most people who get coronavirus survive. So, yeah, getting back to his question, I do believe this thing was, that lab was hired out to do a job. Let's put it this way. You're a laboratory. You don't do things for free. Think about that. Even the pharmaceutical companies, they just don't make medicines just for the sake of making medicines. They make a product to do a certain task, and the customer who contracted them out pays them. That's how it works. Labs are a business. Okay. Rafu Ryder, thank you so much for joining in. Maynard, Theta is a great partnership. Sony, Samsung, Google Cloud, MGM Movies, SpaceX, esports, Theta software loaded in future Samsung phones and televisions, etc. But let's not forget, Theta also has Theta TV now. You can go there, theta.tv. No, I don't work for them. No, I don't make a profit off of them. But it's going to be their answer to YouTube. And as I said earlier, it's in its beginning phases, so it's not as polished as YouTube is right now. It's in its beginning stages, and they got a project behind the coin. Thank you so much. Appreciate that, Maynard. Who else is here? There's a chance it's a no-brainer. Better be global EMP. Yeah, if it's a global EMP, we'll have bigger problems than just losing our cryptos or savings accounts. Miss Jess Horse, good day. Good day to you, ma'am. Appreciate you being here. I sometimes don't like calling ladies ma'am. I was taught to be very polite to people, but ma'am to me implies like grandma. So I don't mean that in a bad way, Mrs. Horse, Miss Jess Horse. I say that with a just respect. Josh Westbrook, loving cryptos today. Yeah, you see that freaking spike, literally like this angle, Theta. Got a line like at this angle right now as we speak. Who else? Do you think Arizona will vote for Sally or McKelly? McSally or Kelly? I don't like either one. But I will say this. McSally is a tad bit better than Mark McKelly. Mark McKelly. I keep saying that. Mark Kelly. Yeah. That video of Biden waving to nobody was hysterical. Thank you so much, Lighthawk Demon. Do you use Uniswap prior to September 1st? No, I did not, and I lost out on the 400 Uniswap tokens for free. I have a friend here currently in the room who informed me of that, and I could have kicked myself. So, no, I didn't get any Uniswap tokens. And yes, a lot of people told me it works. That they actually did give everybody the 400. Finish the Privateer series and the Queen's Beast minus 2021 coin. Got to go get back lower premium stuff. So that's probably what I'm going to concentrate on next is completing my Privateer series and the Queen's Beast. And I'm going to go get what do they call those frames that are deep? Picture frames, but they're deep and they have. And they have coin slots in them. My Privateer series and my Queen's Beast all in them, and I'm going to hang them on a wall. That's what I would love. Farms in bed with the docs. Thank you. There was no media. No one would know about COVID. That's a true statement. Man, I could not have said that better. Monzir Durakovic. Let me read that again. If there was no media, no one would know about COVID. It's a true statement. I am a grandmother to one mother of 9. Damn, do I put my foot in my mouth. I do it so well. I make myself look like an idiot. Miss Jess Horse, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Doug Masta, 9. Boy. 9 grandkids. That's pretty good. Doug Masta, oh man. Frame sounds like a great idea for the Privateer and Queen's Beast series. That's the Queen Beast series, folks, when I say the Queen series. Yeah, so what do they call it? Shadowbox. That's the name of it. And I got one at the risk of messing up. Hold on a second. At the risk of messing up, I got one right. Let me see if I can angle it. See that one? So that one right there is, God, I need a shave. Dang. It's starting to look like a bum. Man, what a loser. So I got a shadow box right there. So that knife there, that knife right there, that's my dad. My dad's knife, he passed away. Got that in the Korean War. And a couple of patches, police patches that were sent to me by YouTube subscribers. I got all the way to the right there. That's what they call a phalanx, right there. Phalanx gun shell. And I think it's spelled PHYXLINX, something like that. Phalanx. You can check them out. It's a machine gun out of freaking hell. So that's a shell. Right next to it is a Donald Trump coin right there. That's a Donald Trump coin. That is a United States Army patch because I was in the Army. This Fallout shelter, that's actually a real Fallout shelter sign. It has the reflective capability. Right here in Tucson, we have a Triton missile launch. What I want to say a spot. The Triton missiles were here in Tucson. They now turned it into a museum, and I was able to buy an original Fallout shelter sign because they were nuclear missiles. The Triton series were missiles. Alrighty. Who else is here? Frame sounds like a great idea. Yep. And that's the kind of frame I want to get. And the art store, Hobby Lobby, they can put holes in the back and you can put in your coins. Sweet, man. Just sweet. Tamara Peabody, thank you so much for being here. I'm not going to call you ma'am. I just called somebody ma'am, and kind of... I told her, I didn't mean to call you ma'am because it implies old age. And then she goes, she came back, I'm a grandmother to one mother of 9. So I was like, oops. But that's good. That really is good. May the Schwartz be with you. It's ma'am to you. Pizza just arrived. You all take care. Oh, man. You need to do a video of you just smacking on pizza. I'd watch it because freaking no good pizza places are open right now. What I would do for a freaking pizza right now. Amish said they're non-existent COVID due to no television. So he's saying the Amish said they're non-existent. They have no COVID in their communities, and that's because they have no television. So that's a good statement. No, 9 children to only 1 grandchild. I'm sorry. I'm still in my 40s. Appreciate your channel. I keep digging myself in deeper, man. I keep digging it in deeper. All right. I'll just dig my grave. You're just an old lady. What are you, about 80 years old? Yeah, so it's from my dad. He passed away, and it's really the only thing I have of my dad. Yeah, from the Korean War. I was thinking about taking it out and polishing it up, but I don't know. Really going through it and really making it brand new, so to speak, whatever they call that. It doesn't even have an edge on it. I think I took it to a stone. I maybe put a little butter knife edge on it. And then I stopped it. I stopped doing it. I changed my mind in mid-stride. It's phalanx. Phalanx. Yeah, check out videos of that thing. It's basically, it puts out a wall of steel. Stacking skier. Now this guy sounds like a nice guy because he has skier in his name, and everybody knows I love skiing. Yep, that's a nice shadow box. Been building custom frames for about 25 years. Great display. I would love to start building my own frames, and I got all the equipment to do so. I just need to learn how to do it. Tamara Peabody, I am old. I am a grandmother. You're not old. I screw with the Marines all the time. I ask them, you know why I joined the Army? They say no. I tell them because the Marines needed heroes too. Huh? Oh, I see what he's saying. Digibyte looking good. I'm in New York and the pizza places are open. Man, what I would love, if anybody ever goes to New York, and I'm going to probably end this video within the next couple of minutes. I'm a New Yorker, born and raised there. Born in Brooklyn, raised in the Bronx. And I keep getting people saying, hey, I want to go try New York pizza. I'm going to Manhattan. Do not eat your pizza in Manhattan. It tastes like every other place you've ever been to in the United States. Honest to God. Ray's Pizza? Oh, yeah, it's a chain in New York. I'm going to go eat some Ray's Pizza. I always tell them, whoa. Stop what you're doing. You need to get out of Manhattan. You need to go get your pizza in the Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens. Try a slice from a pizza parlor, not a Domino's pizza, not a Ray's Pizza. And you will have your mind blown. Get out of Manhattan when you go for your pizza. Am I right, Menjur Durakovic? Who is that guy who made you that silver mold the other day? I need to look him up. There's so many people. He's the only one that's ever sent me a silver mold. Tamara, shoot me an email. I will promise you to. I promise you to send you his information. Silver Shield or Shield Silver something. I got some Theta. Yeah, I got a little bit. JW. But Tamara, send me an email. I promise you to send you that guy's contact information, or at a minimum his YouTube channel. At a minimum, okay. JW in the house. I live in New York. Perfect. If you've never near Denver, hit me up. I'd be happy to take you to a tour of the shop and send you home with a frame. If it's winter, then we'll have to ski too. Dude, love you, man. Love you. I used to ski at not Kissing Bridge. The Kissing Bridge is in New York. Keystone. Love Keystone. A Basin, Arapahoe Basin, they call it, Breckenridge. Love that hole. I used to buy a ticket, and it included 5 ski resorts. A Basin, Keystone, Breckenridge. What was it? Vale? 4 or 5 of them, and I used to do that, and it was just a blast. Miss Jess Horse is laughing at me. Thank you so much, Mrs. Jess Horse. Tamara Peabody, again, I see that you responded. I'll get you that information. My father was a Marine in Korean War. My husband was in the Army, and I made homemade pizza every Friday. So speaking about, I am a plethora of information. A lot of people don't know this, but my hobby is baking artisan breads. I kid you not. I actually went to cooking school. So when she says she's made homemade pizza every day, one of my dreams, if silver does go to the roof or cryptos do go to the roof and I buy that nice house, one of my dreams is to have an outdoor pizza oven. You know, the ones with the big dome and you throw in logs of wood or pieces of wood and you bake your bread and pizzas there? Would love to do that. Oh, would I love to do that. One day, and I'm going to do a video of it. One day. Yeah, I even make my own mother starter for you people who bake breads and whatnot. Josh Westbrook. By the way, Mrs. Horse, thank your husband for his service. I really appreciate it. And he deserves pizza every Friday. Homemade pizza, for that matter. He deserves it. Thank you very much for being a subscriber. Josh Westbrook. I do have a question. I was told to steer away from poured silver. Any reason? I assume the high premiums and the labor costs to make it. Well, here's my only reason. You're relying on the quality based upon the person who is melting the silver. So you can't tell visually if it's sterling silver or 0.999 silver. You have to have somebody that you know and you trust. So if they're buying 0.999 shot or whatever they buy, and they're pouring silver, that silver is just as good as my Silver Eagles up there. In case you're just tuning in, on the top, there's Silver Eagles right there. Boom, 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 boom. They're just as good, folks. The only problem that you might have is the day that you go to sell that poured silver. Because, again, not recognition. Lack of recognition. Remember, I told people, if you're going to buy silver as a savings account, not a hobby, a savings account, then you buy what is recognizable. Because you know if it's a savings account, that would automatically assume that one day you got to sell it. The buyer has to recognize it. So, getting back to the poured silver, zero recognition. Therefore, they might request to test the silver. And a lot of times they don't want to do the stone test where you rub a little bit off on the stone and do an acid test. A lot of times they might want to drill into it to make sure that it's solid. That's the only problem I foresee. And again, obviously, what is the person melting down? Is it sterling, which is 92 we'll just round it, 92.5%? Or is it 999 fine silver? So I hope that answered your question. Recognition, my friend, recognition. Thank you very much by Josh Westbrook. I love these questions, by the way. I really do. Yeah, Tamara, I will get that for you. And the camera did not do it justice. It really did not, Tamara. He did a good job pouring that silver. Silver Warrior in the house. Copper Mountain Ski Resort. Yeah, that's a nice place. I've never been there, though. I think that was one of the... I think my ticket had 5 resorts, and I only did 4. My favorite was still Keystone. It blew my mind. Oh, and A Basin. A Basin. But I would love to actually work with somebody, let's say as a volunteer in a wood shop. I really would. In my garage, I have everything I can, except for a planer. Or a joiner. I don't have a joiner or I don't have a joiner, but I have just about everything else I need to start. And my dream was to kind of get into a little woodworking, but with work and all, I just haven't got into it. My table saw and everything, they're all new, all DeWalt. Everything's new. Copper Mountain, thank you. May the Schwartz be with you. You should make a baking video. Well, I did. It was kind of as I was new to it, and you probably can search out that bread baking video or two from about a year or two ago. What's your email address? So it's in the description of all my videos. It is bksinaz@gmail. Tough guys can bake too. Yeah, it's relaxing. And my bread tastes so good. I love it, man. Josh Westbrook, true. Yes, my husband is going to build an outdoor pizza oven next year for me. Absolutely. I'm so excited for that. I'm with you. So, yeah, I would love to know how to do it. I've seen videos, and it looks quite complicated. I'm a handyman. I do everything. I fix roofs. I lay tile. I can do pretty much anything. But when I look at how to build a freaking pizza oven, that's a little confusing. And how to frame that dome and everything. And don't forget, it has to be not only big enough for the pizza, but it has to be big enough for the firewood as well. Definitely. We'd love to see an image of that when it's done. Did you cover RGB's situation? Yes, I did, Julia Stryker, and that's Ruth Bader Ginsburg. And I laid out some reasons why he needs to get a new appointment in office now. And he's already tweeted that he is not going to delay. The Lakers are unstoppable right now, especially after the Clippers failed to beat the Nuggets. Thanks for your service, by the way. Thank you so much. I love the Army. I went in as a kid and came out as a man. I really did. I remember my first photograph. I weighed 151 exactly, and I was skinny, scrawny dude. And everybody else that was in line was like, "Oh, that's that rum." And so they used to call me Rum sometimes. Oh, it's that Bacardi rum. Come to Denver and I'll meet you for a little skiing. Would love to do that, man. Yeah, now I'm 250 pounds. 6 feet tall. Overtaxed taxpayer. Hope you've got some XRP. If not, you seriously need to check it out. It could make Digibyte look like a choir boy. Well, Tail7, thank you so much. And I need to be honest with you. Somebody here said they're going to send me some. That'll be my first XRP. That's awesome. Bacon is the most boring form of cooking. That's cool. Anyway, folks. I got to run. This has been an hour and a half I've been chatting. Jaw gets tired, man. Somebody wants to see the rifle. Okay, I'll show the rifle. I'll hold it steady so she focuses. I don't even think she's focusing, is it? I hate this camera. One day I'm gonna buy me a real freaking camera. So that's it. It's nothing special. I don't like a lot of junk on it. Nice and short, so I can hide it in a jacket if I want. Oh, Peter Orr just came in. I'm here, long time, man. How you been doing? I'm doing very well. Thank you so much, Peter. Awesome, man. I want you to be rich. You got a lot of us into silver, so you deserve it. Thank you so much, Tail7. But I also want you guys to be rich. And it's not the fact of being rich and telling people you're rich. It's the fact that you're going to improve your family's life. You're going to improve your extended family's life, right? Because I would love to go and pay my sisters. I have 2 sisters and 2 other brothers. That'd be freaking awesome. I just knock on their door one day. Hey, what's up? And I know my brothers and sisters. They're kind of depressed a little bit. They're good people. Don't get me wrong. I got this bill, that bill, work. I've been working a long time. I got to go back to work Monday. Dude, let's go take a ride. Snatch his freaking mortgage bill from the counter when he's not looking. Go to the bank. Pay that mofo off for him. My brothers, my sisters, my mom. There's a key, though, to getting rich. You don't tell people you're rich. Even family members. You do them favors, but you don't tell them you're rich. See, you don't want them to constantly... You don't want to hear that all the time. I rarely get a phone call from my family. I guarantee if they found out I won the lottery, they'd phone me off the chain right now. Ring, ring, ring. Oh, hell no. But I will help people out. I definitely will help people out if I make money. Let's face it, can't take it with you. Who else? So every time I plan on shutting the live stream off, 50 more people come into the room. That's good. Beautiful gun. Thank you so much. Is that safety off? Hell no. Hell no. And the mag is loaded. No, it's not an M4A. It's an M4A style. Okay. So it's got the shorter barrel. The M4A, that's an M4A as far as everything, I think, except for the barrel. Here, I'm trying to go from memory. I have a barrel length requirement, and I think it was 16 inches. Don't quote me on that. I'm doing that from memory. I got the gun quite a few years ago. So everything is it actually says M4 on it, but the barrel, I don't even know if it says M4 on it now that I think about it. But the barrel, the length I think is longer than an M4 is what I'm trying to articulate. Always a great day when I catch a live stream. Thank you so much. That's the way to do it, brother. That's right. Help all your family out. Pay off all their debt one time if you can. If they get into debt a second time, that's on them. You think being in debt, teach everybody a lesson. And don't tell them you won the lottery. Don't tell them you won anything. That's true, man. It can do more damage than good if you just give them millions. Oh, I ain't giving nobody money. Even my own mom. I'll pay off all her debt. And she will not want for anything. But I know my mom also. You give her $1 million, come home the next day. Not home. She doesn't live with me. Go to her home the next day. There'd be a lot of shoes in the house. Let's just put it that way. Women in their shoes. They love shoes. I'm a watch guy. I like watches. But I only own like 4 watches. I don't need a whole slew of them. I have a Tag Heuer, 2 different Movados. Tag Heuer, 2 different Movados. And I gave my dad a Gucci watch. And when he passed, my mom gave me the watch back. I think that's the 4 I got. I would like to get a Casio. There's this like $400 Casio watch that has GPS and everything on it. That's sweet. I might get one of those one day, but it's not a priority. No, I would never own a Rolex. No, I don't. You get killed wearing a Rolex nowadays. Who else here? Josh Westbrook. Yes, you are the reason I got into silver and cryptos, and I thank you. Thank you. Yet again, YouTube didn't notify me that you're on. No, I told you, folks, I've been shadow banned because of my content that I talk about. This video is kind of just shooting the bull with a bunch of you. I'm not talking about anything political too much. Yeah, I've been shadow banned. A lot of my videos are demonetized, meaning I don't make anything on a lot of my videos. I'm just harassed, and a video that should get 3,000-4,000 subscribers sometimes gets 100. It's ridiculous. That's a nice 200-ounce coin on the wall there. Yes, it is. That is a sweet coin there. It's all real. They'll be worth hundreds in a year and a half or so by JW. Who else is here before I go? November 3rd would tell the world that 2016 was not a mistake. Here's my take on this, though. November 3rd. Will we know who the president is? Or are they going to try to delay it a week or 2 or 3 and get Nancy in the House? Somehow. You know that. The Speaker of the House will have to step in temporarily. Are they trying to pull something on us? Did they purposefully overwhelm the post office? Then they go to the courts of those local districts and say, we need more time. The post office can't count the ballots all by November 3rd. We're going to need another week or 2 weeks to count all the ballots. Is that fair? I'm just saying. They knew in advance it would overwhelm. For crying out loud, when I send a freaking birthday card out, forget the birthday card, during Christmas, freaking late presents all over the place. Can't keep up with Christmas. And not many people mail their presents anymore. Just remember that. They can't even keep up with Christmas. And only a quarter of the people mail presents out. We're talking they're trying to achieve 75% mail-in ballot rate. They know it's going to overwhelm the post office. And that's what they're counting on. It's 16-inch barrel length, not to be an SBR. Okay, so I think that's a 16-inch barrel. And actually, the barrel, what we had to do with this, the barrel, I wanted it to be the bare minimum. So the barrel I got was like out here. What they had to do is cut the barrel a little bit and put this on. And that way, everything all the way out, the flash suppressor is out to 16. So originally the barrel was 16, and then putting on the flash guard, or whatever they call these nowadays. Every freaking 10 years they're changing the nomenclature. The flash guard, they would have put it out to here. No, I'm not a big gun expert. No, I have them, but I can't say, everybody likes I'm an expert. I know what I know. I served my time in the military, but I was no sniper or anything. I trained with it. I trained with the old ones, actually. I trained with the M16s, and we had hand-me-downs. They were so bad, the upper and lower receiver would wiggle. I was fortunate. Out of my platoon, I probably got one of the better ones. Mine didn't jam too often, but they were old. They were leftovers from the Vietnam War, I was told. A lot of them were leftovers. Take care, Miss Horse. Thank you. How's the preps going? The preps haven't been going so well. I've been working my butt off. So, working, making money, not spending it. That's another thing about working. You don't have time to spend. Let's see, my bet there'll be a delay, not good. I believe they're going to delay the presidency. I don't believe we're going to know who's president on November 3rd. I don't believe that. And if we do, you're going to see rioting. I told you this. Rioting's to the likes you have never seen before. They're already programming the people to do so. And they're threatening us, too. Anyway, I am going to leave. I appreciate your time. My wife just came home. Thank you so much. Until the next time.